So here I'm asked to determine if statement 3, so this statement here, if that statement follows from statements 1 and 2 by either law of detachment or law of syllogism. And then it says if it does, state which law was used. If it does not, you write invalid. So here we have statement 1. If you can eat too much turkey, then you'll get sick. Statement 2 is Kinsey got sick, and then Kinsey ate too much turkey. So I have a conditional statement, and I have a statement here. So I know that it's definitely not law of syllogism, it's law of detachment, because law of detachment, you need one conditional, and if you know that the hypothesis is true, then we can conclude that the conclusion has to also be true. Right? In other words, if you know the whole conditional statement is true and the hypothesis is true, then the conclusion must be true. So let's see if we have this setup here. So I'm going to convert all this into notational form. So I get you can eat too much turkey. That would be my hypothesis because that follows the word if. So that's P. Then you will get sick. So that would be Q. Kinsley got sick. That goes with Q. That's the conclusion of this conditional statement. And then the third statement is, it says Kinsey ate too much turkey. So that would be, you can see here, you can eat too much turkey. So that'd be P. So their conclusion is, because of the conditional statement, if you can eat too much turkey, then you will get sick. And then she got sick, so they're saying, well, this is the conclusion that Kinsley ate too much turkey because she got sick. Well, if I write this as a notational form, I can see my original conditional is P implies Q. Here I have Kinsey got sick, which that goes with Q, and the conclusion is P. So if I look at this setup, well, these two things here, they do not match, right? So we are told the conclusion is true, and we're the overall conclusion from the given information is that the hypothesis must be true because of the conclusion is true. Well, this will not work, so this would be invalid. And if you're wondering why this is invalid, right, because she got sick, where we already told in this conditional that if you eat too much turkey, you'll get sick. And she got sick, so why wouldn't it make sense to say that she ate too much turkey? Well, just because Kinsley, I'm assuming it's a female, I could be wrong, but just assuming down, just because she got sick does not mean that she ate too much turkey. There's plenty of other reasons why this person could have gotten sick. Okay, so she could have gotten sick for eating too much candy. We don't know. All we know is that she got sick, but how she got sick was not. We don't know. We can't come up with that conclusion. All right, and if you think of like the truth tables we talked about, there's only so for P and Q, you could have a true and a true, true and a false, false true and false false, right? And if I know the conditional in this case here is true, this one comes out to be false. This one here is true and this is true. So we know that the overall conditional is true, so I can eliminate this situation, right? So it could either be any of these cases. Then we're told that the conclusion here, Q, that this is true, right? Kinsley got sick. That's our the Q conclusion of that first conditional statement. So when Q is true, I can see that I have this case here when Q is true, and I also have this case here when Q is true. Because remember, when we are given a conditional here, we're saying that this is just true conditional statement, and then if we're told that this person got sick, that's also considered to be true. So I can see here when my overall conditional is true, we're three cases, right? One here, two here, and three. There's three ways that a conditional could be true, and out of those three, there's two possibilities when Q is true. So since there are two different ways, two different possibilities, then we don't know that Kinsley ate too much turkey. It could be true or it could be false, right? There's two possibilities. It could be true that Kinsley ate too much turkey and that's why that she got sick, or it could be false that she ate too much turkey. She could have gotten sick for another reason. So this is pretty much the idea behind law of detachment. All right, this is why this setup over here works out, right? So we're using logic to come up with our final conclusion, our overall conclusion. And here, just knowing that Kinsley ate too much turkey is not enough to conclude. I mean, just knowing that Kinsley got sick is not enough to conclude that Kinsley ate too much turkey, right? Because it could be either true or false, based on the fact that we know that Kinsley got sick. So if you have more than one reason why something could be true, then it's not enough to make that conclusion. We don't have enough evidence, and therefore that's why we say this is invalid.